Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Kuva Drakgoon. The only way to get the Kuva Drakgoon is by vanquishing a Kuva Lich that's wielding it. Now, just in case you don't know how to do that, don't worry, I made an updated guide for hunting Kuva Liches and I will link it in the video description, okay? The Kuva Drakgoon is a primary shotgun, or rather a flak cannon that fires 10 pieces of flak with every shot, and it does primarily slash damage with an okay 19% crit chance, a slightly above average 2.1 times crit multiplier, and an okay status chance of 9%. The weapon also uses a charge-based firing mechanism where if you charge it all the way you can get upwards of double damage, and you also get slightly more crit chance and a higher crit multiplier. And other than that, it has an 11-round magazine, a 2-second reload, and it comes with 1.5 meters of innate punch through. Now, charging the weapon doesn't just give you better damage, it also tightens the spread quite considerably. If you don't charge it at all, the flak is gonna fly all over the place, but if you charge it all the way, the spread is actually quite tight. And finally, as a Kuva weapon, the weapon gets a bonus element on it based on the Warframe you spawn the Lich with, and here I would recommend either Toxin or Cold, which you can combine into Viral, or even Heat, because you can never go wrong with Heat, really. And the weapon also gets more mod capacity, and you extract more mastery from it as you put on more and more forma, up to a maximum of 5, so if you want to squeeze the absolute maximum out of it and unlock the ability to install a lens, you're gonna have to put on 5 forma. Now for the build, first of all, we're actually using a unique Drakgoon mod that goes into the Exile slot called Fomorian Accelerant. This gives you 60% projectile speed and it makes all your flak bounce up to 4 times. This is actually a very good mod for tight tile set. And outside of that, we're using a pretty straightforward viral slash setup. So we have prime point blank for damage, health chamber for multi-shot, crit deceleration, which gives you a ton of crit, and you can't really notice the lack of fire rate because the weapon has a lot of fire rate to begin with. Prime ravage for a ton of crit damage, shotgun savvy or galvanized savvy for status, and then sweeping serration to boost our slash, and then toxic barrage and frigid blast for vital and status. This setup can potentially do great damage, and I say potentially because it's a bit unreliable. Sometimes you can fire a few volleys into an enemy without proccing any slash whatsoever. But if it does proc slash, it's generally pretty good. That is, of course, if you're charging the weapon all the way. If you're not charging it at all, the flag's gonna fly all over the place and your single target damage is gonna be basically 0. The Kuva Drakgoon isn't particularly amazing at single target because, well, while it can do great damage, I mean, if you proc a ton of slash, the damage is gonna be good. It's, as I've said already, fairly unreliable. It does, however, have relatively high Riven disposition, and it's had relatively high Riven disposition for quite a while, and most importantly, it is just a very fun and unique gun. So I would recommend it if you're looking for just that, a fun gun. But if you're looking for like a top-notch Kuva weapon, there are better ones out there. Unless you have a Riven for it, because the Rivens you can get for the Kuva Drakgoon are actually quite spicy. But anyway, that is it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it and found it helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.